Yeah, I guess I'm up.
I'm Australia, not Europe.
Okay.
Anyways.
Welcome to Christian Anarchy today. We're talking about God killing children. And
What's
I
the
forgot
question?
the rest of it. Yeah, what's the exact question, Steve?
It is this. Justify God killing children in the Bible.
And if you
It
don't
is a
even want to do
command.
that, justify God allowing children to die now. I mean, just children and death.
No,
God.
My favorite story from the Bible is when the kids were making fun of the prophet Elisha for being bald, and Elisha sent bears on them and killed all the children.
He's laughing.
So bad that I find that funny. It's so funny, man.
How do you justify that story?
Because that's hilarious, man.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
Okay, let's. We have to explore this. You find a story in the Old
in the Bible,
Testament
man.
about Elisha being bald, and he gets angry and he calls the she-bears out of the hills to come down, and they slaughter the children. Look at him.
He's thinking of it in cartoons, not in
real life.
Real life, in live
Like
action.
bears biting their heads off and ripping them apart.
Okay, that's
In
different
live
when you
action,
put it
it's
that way,
horrific.
man.
In cartoons, it's quite
It's
silly.
funny.
Yeah.
How do we respond to that with the focus on the sanctity of life in our world today?
I don't know, man.
Oh, you're just tired, aren't you?
I don't know.
Because I don't know. I think we're done.
No, that's...
What do you think?
Well, we're talking about children in this world too, in this time as well. I thought we had covered it a little bit
We
before.
did cover this.
Yeah, with children getting sick or
Yeah,
sick
yeah.
children. And I think my answer in that show was that it's a fallen world, and I don't remember exactly what we landed on, but I'm not sure at this moment.
Wait,
But the Old Testament question was specific to God
that's
actually,
what I
like
was about to
the
ask.
she-bear, going and killing children.
Right.
Why was God telling the nation of Israel to go into certain communities and wipe out their animals, their women, and their children?
I'm not quite sure if I were to speculate.
Spec a little for us.
If I were to speculate can you give me a particular story that has like context to it?
Well, that's one right there with Elisha the prophet and the she-bears.
Okay, that would. I'm gonna throw
Okay,
something
when
there, but-
the nation of Israel went into the promised land, they
Okay.
would go into certain places,
And God would say,
say,
"Kill
kill
everything."
everything.
Yeah.
Kill everything.
I would guess. That's a really difficult one. I would think this is just a pure guess, but it's just like how God wiped out the whole earth with the flood. I would think it would be the same thing, wipe out that whole community and restart.
Okay.
That would be my speculation.
Any spec on you?
I don't know.
So
I don't have a good answer.
in the
Yeah, I don't
same
either.
vein, God is allowing millions of Asian, Black, Indian children to starve to death right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's not sending manna from heaven and feeding them. What about this God? Is he an absentee manager? Is he failing on the job? Is he asleep at the wheel? Is he indifferent to the plight of man?
I don't think so, but that's kind of different than him specifically telling
People to
go.
go on to kill.
So that's the more
Okay.
difficult question, I think.
Let's go to the more difficult one. What's him
Because
telling?
it sounds like he wants everyone. It sounds like he's just causing violence against his own creation.
Yeah.
Is what it sounds like, and at the hand of his chosen people. So
Yeah.
that's tricky.
Tricky. I would suggest the following things to consider. One, human life, the way we see it, it's really important that we're alive and happy and cared for. But with God on the spectrum of eternity, what does human life mean? I don't think he sees children as dying as more horrible than old men dying. I think that human life is human life and death is death. And secondly, I think he had to accomplish his purposes to bring forth pictures and type for sin that we would read through Scripture, and him wiping out entire villages as a picture for him not standing for sin seems to be important. Mm-hmm. I think that for us, it's really tough to see a child suffer and die.
Yeah.
But from God's perspective, he knows the whole plan. He knows what he's going to do, and he is going to use it for his good in the end. And so we learn to trust that.
Yeah.
Now, some people would say, no, I don't
Yeah.
agree with that. That's not right.
Well, and perhaps if they didn't wipe it out, there could be much worse atrocities that happened after. Maybe they would wipe out 10 countries, whatever. you
Very
could say.
good.
So, yeah, that makes sense. That's
So
how
does
I
it
would
come
say
down to our trusting him?
It does.
Yeah, it always does.
Yep.
Always does.
Plus, it functions as a picture for
Yeah.
sin and his dislike of sin.
Yeah.
So then, moving ahead from that one, how would you respond to someone who says, why does God allow children to be starving to death in the, Sudan?
Okay, because that's a different question. That's
Yeah,
now why
that is.
doesn't he save everyone?
Why doesn't he step in? Okay, and
It's a fallen world.
If everything
world?
was beautiful, nothing would be
Yeah.
back to freedom of choice.
freedom
Back
of
to
choice.
his hands being tied if he wants to give us liberty.
Yep. With liberty, with great power comes great responsibility, as Uncle
Yep.
Ben would say. And I've been watching too much Marvel lately. And yeah, I mean, if you have liberty, it's just like he can't make you love him.
Get right.
Otherwise, it's not love.
And so in the face of that comes pain and disaster.
Yes.
Let's go to the next one.
All right.
Seth's taking a break. Let's just go to the next
We'll
one.
do it without him. Seth,
do it
you're
without
going to
him.
miss this one. You're going to miss it live.
Are we doing it just straight into it? No?
Let's.
Okay.
We're gonna read the next topic, and then we're
Okay.
gonna say out.
Okay.
Can God
Can
make
God?
a rock so big that he can't lift it?
But the question of the week, next week here on Heart.
Out,
Out.
cat. Out.
Cat.
Yeah.
On Cat Heart.
Out.